All right. Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast, episode 17. 17, brother. We're one more episode away from
17.
being able to drink in Europe. How about that?
Okay, yeah, all right,
Yeah, how
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
You're not
All right.
wrong.
We are your hosts. My name is Caleb Spainhour. Over there on the mic, as always, is the Connor Knox. Connor, how you doing today, dude?
Doing great, man. We have a little Super Bowl preview, or I mean review episode here today. It already happened. It's been a little bit. I apologize. It's been a little bit
Been a little
since the
hiatus.
game. But listen, man, we had to wait for the shirt to come in, the Super Bowl
Come
shirt. I got a
on.
shirt. I
Come
got the whole thing. They were
on.
wearing this on the stage. They were wearing
That's
this after the
sick,
game. I got
man.
it. I secured it. It's on right now. We had to wait for that to come in,
Come
man.
on.
They won the bowl. Come on. What are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Come
This is
on,
ridiculous.
man.
This is
Come on.
ridiculous.
And I don't
They won the bowl.
they won the bowl. And those of you out there listening and watching, you're about to start winning too. Because
Mm.
as of today, Connor and I, after we talk about the Super Bowl, after we talk about things we want to talk about today, we're gonna start getting into the draft. We're gonna start getting into
Yeah.
free agency, prospects, all that
Yeah.
stuff. So you're gonna have some more episodes coming out, not
Yep.
like back to back, but a little more frequently,
Yeah.
a little more frequent
Yeah.
listens and watches. So yeah,
We're
but
not going anywhere.
no, we're
We're not
not.
going
In
anywhere. We
fact,
got a lot of stuff still going on.
we're coming back stronger than ever.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure we are.
Speaking of,
Yeah, man. I thought you were about to do like an ad read or something. Like I thought you didn't tell
oh,
us that
I
we had
wish,
sponsors.
man.
You were like, and you guys are about to start winning too with. And I was
With
like, oh
FanDuel,
shit.
hop on FanDuel, use the
Yeah.
code Coast to
Oh,
Coast to get
hell
your first.
no. Oh
Dude,
no. We don't condone
we
FanDuel. We
don't
don't
know,
condone it.
no,
Unless
no.
they want to pay us. Unless they want to pay us.
Exactly,
But right now we don't condone it. Right now.
dude.
Um, as of right now.
I
It could
wish
change later.
that would have
Could you
been that
imagine?
would have been sick if
Uh
I just would have thrown that out there.
oh, that was good. Yeah, no. But they did win the bowl, so
Yeah, they did, man.
talk about that. The Seattle Seahawks
No,
win their second Super Bowl. They're 2 for 4 in bowls. It's not that bad. That's pretty good.
it's pretty
I'll take a
good.
50% win rate in the bowl. That's pretty
Cardinals are
good.
0-1.
Well, yeah,
2 for 4 is
that's
pretty dang
unfortunate.
good, dude.
No, we'll take 2 for 4. They beat the New England Patriots. We won't talk about how many bowls they have. 29-13. It's, don't be fooled by the 13. It was a
No.
dominant defensive performance.
Yeah, I mean,
Um, Dominant defensive performance from the Seahawks. That is the story of the game.
yeah,
It is it's something that like going into the game, it was kind of I feel like the consensus that hey, this Seahawks defense might be tough for this
yeah,
Patriots
yeah.
offense. Through the playoffs, Drake May had not looked very good.
No.
And, you could blame a blizzard for a little bit. You could blame whatever, the Texas defense is really good. Like, there's a lot of things that you could blame when
Right.
it came down to it. The Seahawks defense, I said it before the game, and I think, the Seahawks defense is just different. It's just different this
Yeah.
season. It was just completely different. Um, it was just silly leading up to this game. Patriots fans were saying, some Patriots fans, I saw this multiple times, that the Seahawks defense was apparently the worst defense the Patriots had seen all playoffs. Saw that
That's so
multiple times.
stupid, dude.
It's just
That's
obviously a
so
ridiculous
dumb,
thing to
man.
say. But for some reason, some Patriots fans thought this. And I mean, listen, anybody who'd actually seen the Seahawks this season, that's obviously not true.
No.
And man, it was just kind of bad from the first beginning of the game. It was just bad.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it was another one of those things where you were watching it and you're like, it's kind of, I mean, I was kind of watching it being like, okay, whoever scores a touchdown first
right,
is
yeah.
probably gonna take this thing. Because the offense, both offenses had trouble in their own ways. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
they had
Most
troubles in their
definitely.
own
Yeah.
ways because the Seahawks just couldn't find a way to get into the end zone. Like
Right. Right.
they
It,
just
it
couldn't.
goes to half 9-0,
Yeah, man.
3 field goals from the Seahawks. And the drives didn't look bad. Obviously,
No.
this is where we'll talk about Super Bowl MVP
Ah,
Kenneth Walker.
dude.
27 carries for 135 yards. Should have been a lot more with the holding call at the end where he ran that thing like 50 yards for a
Yeah.
touchdown. Um,
And
he
I
also
remember.
had 2 catches for 26 yards.
Yeah.
So all purpose, he was over 150 yards on the game.
Yeah.
Um, but from the beginning, like the most successful drives the Seahawks had in the first half was when Ken Walker just busted a 20
Yeah,
yard run,
dude.
then busted a 30-yard run, and they couldn't finish, they couldn't punch it in. But like that's points, and it
Yeah,
goes to
man.
the half 9-0. Like
I
yeah,
mean, like
you're right.
there was some. I mean, I remember I was texting you during the game, being like, Ken Walker has to win
Oh sure,
MVP, right? Like
yeah. I
K9 has
mean,
to win the MVP. Like,
and I'll say like I didn't necessarily think I honestly didn't necessarily think that. I thought it was going to be a defensive player. I was a little surprised when they gave it to him actually because I thought for sure like if he had ran that 50-yard touchdown in like okay, it's over. You know
easy
what I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah.
No question at all.
Right.
But I mean Devon Witherspoon. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. Devon Witherspoon absolutely had a case. Derek Hall absolutely had a case. Was wreaking havoc.
Hmm.
Um I mean yeah, I would not like as great of a game as Ken Walker had, and as he put the offense basically on his back for much of the game. Um, I think I kind of maybe a little in my heart wish a defensive player got it because the defense, I mean, was the reason
Yeah.
we were here in the first place. But like,
Yeah.
man, you can't get mad at K9 winning that Super Bowl MVP.
Nah, man,
First
because
running back to do it in such a long time. Like,
he was just so
yeah.
damn good, dude. Like I the reason I think that K9 should have gotten it rather
Mm.
than not to say a defensive player shouldn't have gotten it, but like
No, sure.
K9 kind of like you said, he was the offense for so
Right.
much of this game.
Right.
Um, and he got them. He was the reason they got those field goals. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Like,
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
like, and so like, I know you're not arguing that he shouldn't have been.
No,
Um,
of course. I think it
but
was very well deserved, and there was nothing like if I mean I guess they technically ruled that Uchenna Nwosu fumble thing a pick six. They
yeah,
ruled that a pick six, not
instead
a
of a
fumble
strip
sack.
sack, yeah,
Yeah. So like I was gonna say like oh there's not really like a um past Seahawks Super Bowl situation where a linebacker catches a pick six and then
right,
wins Super Bowl MVP. It's like there was Derek Hall with the strip sack and Devon Witherspoon with the pressures and a bunch of
right,
sacks and like yeah, there is that. But yeah, Ken Walker, you're right. When it comes to putting points on the board, that's what Ken Walker was doing.
yeah.
Um,
And I mean, like,
without scoring.
yes, and he should have scored, but ugh.
Yes, yes,
But
he should have scored. Absolutely.
I just want to throw out there really quick a couple of key notes
Yeah,
that I had to this
definitely.
game, which is that this game brought in a lot of history, actually. Brought in quite a bit of history.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
First of all, Seahawks got their lick back. Hell yeah. Got
Come
their
on.
lick back.
Come on.
Marshawn Lynch was watching. He was happy. Um,
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
um, Also, this game officially made Drake May the most sacked quarterback in postseason history in a postseason run. I
Mmm.
believe he got sacked 19 times this postseason.
That's a lot of
Uh,
times. Yeah,
Averaged
that's a
about
lot.
getting sacked about 5 times a game. Um,
That's a lot.
and then also with that, this would have been the most sacks in a Super Bowl ever if they hadn't
Yes.
discounted two of those sacks.
Yep.
One was to a pick six, like you just said, and
Yep.
another was to, like they said, it was a tackle instead of a
Oh,
sack.
really? Did they?
Yeah.
So was I actually never saw this. Was the record tied or were they
The
one
record
off
was the record
they did tie
was
it.
because they had six.
Then okay, I think they did tie it then. I remember
Yeah,
them
but they should have
saying
had
something
like
about that. Yeah.
eight.
She had 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Which is nuts. Um, and
Insane.
then also this was the first ever Super Bowl where there wasn't a touchdown scored in the first half.
That is also pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
And
Yeah.
also another historical thing, Bad Bunny became the first Puerto Rican performer to do
Whoa,
the
come
halftime
on.
show. So this is
Yeah.
this
That
is
was
just a Super
fun.
Bowl full of history, dude.
That was a fun halftime show.
It was, dude. It was fun. I was jamming.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of NFL players out there being like, they were like, I don't understand what's being said, but I'm having
No.
fun.
No, exactly. I
Like,
think that's the whole point. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I didn't understand a word. But
yeah. But he was good. I like
yes, sir.
watching it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just
Um,
you want to move around a little bit. Come
hell
on.
yeah,
That's
dude.
what makes it fun.
Come on.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
yeah,
how can you hate on that? How can you hate on that?
you can't,
I have
dude.
no idea.
And I mean,
You
like,
can't.
but yeah, some history made in this game. But those are
Most
my key
definitely.
points for right now. I mean, I have other
Yeah.
ones, but I'm
No,
gonna
for
let
sure.
you take over.
Yeah. Well, no, so I mean just what I'll talk about just I want to talk about Sam Darnold. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Let's talk about Sam Darnold for a second because his stat line 19 for 38, 202 yards, one touchdown. Um, I don't think he played great, to be honest. I don't think he played great. But you know what, man? He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't
no,
turn the ball over a single time. And you're talking about history. Seahawks, first team ever to go through the playoffs, zero turnovers. No
that's
turnovers the entire playoffs. First team ever. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean,
that's
that's
incredible. That's
unbelievable.
incredible.
Sam Darnold led the NFL. Maybe
Yeah,
he got passed right at the end of the season, but for 90% of the season, he was leading the NFL in turnovers,
yeah,
interceptions, and fumbles lost. He led the NFL in turnovers. Zero the entire playoffs.
that's
I
awesome.
mean, that's how you win the bowl. That's how you win the bowl right there.
Exactly.
Like, how do you lose when you don't turn the ball over with as good of a defense as Seattle has? You simply don't.
You don't.
And so, I mean, absolutely, like he did what he had to do. I mean, he missed some throws. Like he
Sure.
missed some throws. This game probably should have been like 40 or 50 something for
Right.
the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Um, I'll also lump in Jackson Smith and Jigba here, who did not have a good game. He had 4 catches for 27 yards. He did have 10 targets though.
Yeah.
Um,
He had one
but
catch going into halftime.
yes, right.
Yeah.
And I mean, like he had some plays where early in the first half. It's a chaotic play. Sam Darnold's rolling out to his left.
Right.
Jackson Smith and Jigba just breaks absolutely wide open, and Darnold just sails it over his head.
Exactly.
Like, would have been an 80-yard touchdown bomb, sailed over the head. Then Jackson Smith and Jigba lined up on Christian Gonzalez, wins the rep, has a step on him inside. There's absolutely no defenders over the middle of the field. He's wide open. Darnold puts it behind him, and Gonzalez is able to make a great play and break it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Um, so like just stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
JSN had some wins, he had some whatever, and they just weren't on the same page in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But just it didn't need to be with how well they were running the ball, with how good the defense was playing. It just didn't need to be.
And
But I'll
also,
be honest, that was scary as hell when
I'm
those moments
sure,
happened. You know what I
I'm
mean? Like
sure, but you know, your boy
I was
Cooper
getting
Cup kind
very
of stepped
upset.
up.
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. He had the most targets. He had 12
Yeah.
targets. He caught half of them, 6 catches for 61 yards. But yeah, he had some big important catches. Like
Yeah.
on the first drive of the game, he had a big one down, or maybe not the first drive of the game, but very early in the game, um, on the sideline for to set up a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I of course AJ Barner with the one
Mm-hmm.
offensive touchdown of the
Yeah.
day, which that play, like that's a Clint Kubiak special play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how well it's gonna work in Vegas because he's got Brock Bowers and they're not gonna be able to like,
Scheme
oh,
him
okay, hold
that
on. We're
wide
gonna go
open.
cover these other
Yeah.
people. Yeah, he's not gonna be that wide open, Brock
Yeah.
Bowers, I don't think. But he got Barner open on that play a lot this season.
Yeah.
So the play is awesome. It was the barnyard got a tud, 4 targets, 4 receptions, 54 yards. Like again, did what he had to do.
Yeah.
Um, and he's always been reliable. He's always been a
Yeah,
reliable
dude.
weapon. I um I was a little surprised because they had Arroyo, the rookie tight end. I think he was active for this game, but he didn't play. Just no
Mm,
catches, no nothing. Which he was inactive for the championship game, I
mm.
believe. Like he was healthy, but just scratched. So I'm not sure why they did that this game. I'm not certain.
Well,
Why
it could have
they
been a
activated him and then didn't play him
I
if
mean,
after, you know.
could have been a thing where just in case, you know what I
I
mean?
guess.
Like
Yeah.
it's a Super Bowl. You want to have
It
all
is the
your
bowl.
weapons that you might possibly need. And then they were just like, with the way our defense is playing and the way our offense is going, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no point. You know what I mean? Like it's just let Barner do his thing out there, and because it could have been a thing where it's like, I don't know that we're gonna, even if we do put him out there, why risk anything whenever he probably won't get anything. You know what I mean? So like,
Right. Right.
it could
And
just be
yeah,
something
and
like that.
he is more of the passing weapon anyway.
Hmm.
Barner's a better of a blocker.
Yeah.
So they're prioritizing the run game.
I
He's
mean, when
not going to get.
K9's doing that,
I mean,
why
exactly, man.
not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another guy who has been inactive for a lot of the season, mostly because of an injury,
Right.
but Riley Mills, dude, that sack he had where he just, all right, Jared Wilson, we're going backwards and like there's
Dude.
nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it. And then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab, like, bro, what
That
are we
was
talking about?
insane.
What are we talking about?
I
That
remember
was so awesome.
I was dude, I remember watching that and I was with some folks
Sure.
who were football people.
Of course.
Um and we just sat there and we watched that play and all of us looked at each other and were like, "Damn.
Whoa. Yeah.
Damn.
That is a grown
That's a
man play
grown
right there.
ass man move,
Yeah.
dude." For those of you who
Yeah,
might
man.
not have seen it, even the
Oh,
way that
man.
we're describing it doesn't do it justice. Like he was with one hand pushing
Yeah.
Wilson back,
Yep.
and with the
Yep.
other
And then
hand
just
grabbed both Wilson and Drake May
and
and
Drake
brought them
May.
down.
And they go, yeah, man.
It was
Come
like,
on.
what? Like,
And like it's one of those things where that's I see that and I'm like, um, I guess this is a little off topic, but like, we talk about arm length a lot. We were talking about that with Will
right,
Campbell and stuff like
right.
that. Dude, these Riley Mills telescopic arms he's
Yeah.
got. Like, if he had a little bit of shorter arms, he's not making that play because he can't reach around a guard,
Yeah.
grab the quarterback like he did. So long arms are important. But
We'll talk
shout out
about
Riley
that,
Mills. What
and
a
we'll talk
play.
about how important arm length, hand size, all that stuff is when it comes to our draft stuff. Because
Yeah, keep on teasing
games
that.
like
Keep
this, you
on
start to
teasing
see,
that.
okay, maybe that is a little important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not kidding. But speaking of Will Campbell, we gotta talk about it because it's bad. Now, I will say there's different numbers here because NFL Pro says that Will Campbell gave up 14 pressures.
Yeah.
Like 14 pressures by himself,
Yeah.
which is insane. PFF has 8, which is still insane,
I
but
think PFF is
a
wrong
little
on this one.
better.
Like I
You
think
think you
PFF
think it was that high of a
I
number? You
think it
think it
was
was
higher
really
than
up there?
8. Like because watching it, like even the broadcast had like 12 or something. So I mean
Really?
like yeah,
Wow.
so I definitely think it was higher than 8. I don't know if it's 14. I think finding the middle ground in there is probably where
There,
it
yeah,
actually
there may be a
probably
middle
is.
ground. There may be a
Um,
middle ground. You're
because
probably
man,
right.
he was getting fucking burned. Like
Yeah,
I remember watching
man.
this like one play, and who was on it was Ernest Jones on him
I don't know. What
for a
was the
good chunk.
play?
Well, I remember it was like it didn't result in a sack. I think it resulted in like an incomplete pass or something, but it almost was a sack.
Mm,
but it was a couple of plays after a sack.
mm.
And they went right at Will Campbell again, and he literally took a step back and then just watched him. And it's not because he
Mm.
didn't like want to block him. He like put his arms out and he was just burned already.
Just
So
wasn't in
I
the,
was
yeah.
sitting there and I was like, man, that guy is defeated.
Yeah,
Like he's defeated. His morale is so low right now.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I don't know. I mean, I know that Derek Hall was bullying him for a
for
large amount of
sure,
time.
dude.
It was Nwosu on the other side, beating um who's on the other side? Morgan Moses,
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
Like especially on the pick six,
yeah,
air quotes on that,
yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man. Now this was just an example of the Seahawks won in the trenches. Everywhere they
Oh
could
yeah,
possibly win in the trenches, they won in the trenches,
yeah,
which was we specifically said this on the preview episode, what they had to do. That's just
yeah,
what they had to do. Um, I mean, the Seahawks didn't let them run the ball. Looking at the stats on that, the leading rusher, we've said this multiple times this season. When your quarterback is your leading rusher, that's bad. It
yeah,
was Drake May. He had 37 yards on 5 rush attempts. And I'll tell you, I going into the game, I was a little worried, and this was again something we
you
talked
talked
about on the
about
preview
that.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, about the rushing of Drake May, but like it I think it kind of went the way I said I hoped it would go, which was that it was treated like Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy's fast and quick and
for sure.
he can get out of sticky situations. And that's kind of what all Drake May was doing. He wasn't, it's not like they were uh utilizing him in a running way at all, which I was a little afraid of because I thought if they
Yeah.
did that, that might be something that the Seahawks defense hadn't really seen before this season. But didn't
Yeah.
really need to worry about that.
And also, I mean, he didn't have enough time to do
Well,
that.
that's also
I'm gonna be
true. Yeah,
real
they
with
just
you.
weren't blocking. They
No,
couldn't
like he
block,
didn't have enough
so you
fucking
can't
time
really.
back there.
Right, right.
So yeah, I mean, he was like his most of Drake May's stats came in garbage time at the end. Like, and
Oh, for sure.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say, well, not garbage time because I mean the Seahawks defense was still playing hard as hell.
Well, so here's
But
here's what happened, right? Here's
yeah,
what happened. So I'll read his final stat line. He's 27 for 43,
yeah,
295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
yeah,
Now, here's what happened, right? For 90% of the game, just playing bad. Just nothing happening. Nothing he can really do. The blocking's bad. It's just all going wrong.
yeah,
And then they did have that positive drive where he hits Mac Hollins over the middle of the field,
right,
surrounded by like 5 Seahawks defenders. He puts the ball in the only place it could possibly go. Great pass. Mac Hollins comes down with it. Great play.
right.
Next play after that, bomb
Interception.
touchdown.
Oh,
No, no.
touchdown.
The next play after that is the bomb touchdown to Matt Collins, their
Right.
first touchdown. Um, like they had that one drive where
Yeah,
two great Matt Collins throws, and the score at that point was 19-7.
yeah,
And it's like, whoa, did Drake May just get a little bit of confidence back? Like
yeah,
two awesome throws, like
right.
touchdown, next drive, smoked cheese and
Yeah,
Gouda straight over the middle of the
yeah,
field, interception. And
yeah.
so it's like, yeah, like that drive where he got a bunch of yards and a touchdown was not garbage time.
Hmm.
But then, like, it wasn't like that immediately. Oh, he's turned around now through a bad pick the next play
Yeah,
and then, or the next drive. And then, yeah, they had the one basically right at the end of the game
right.
where they basically drove down. And that one was garbage time.
Yeah,
That was fully garbage time.
that was garbage time.
So yeah, the one drive, no, was not garbage time, but then he kind of caused it to be garbage time
Yeah.
on his next
And crazy
drive.
enough,
Um,
when it didn't matter, it's a stat that doesn't matter, but I guess if you're a Patriots fan, you take what you can get. Is
hmm.
that Drake May broke a Super Bowl record for most passing yards in a quarter. to end the
Yes, yeah,
game.
I mean,
Like
because all that was the fourth
160,
quarter.
like
Everything I just
160 passing
described was the
yards in the
fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe even
right.
more than that. Like, because that's when they could do anything. And like you
Yeah,
said, most of it was too late. Like
right.
it was too little, too late.
Yeah, what's the Super Bowl record for interceptions in a quarter? Um, I don't know. Nah, never mind. We won't
It's
figure that
probably
out.
probably I'm gonna be honest,
Is
probably
it
pretty
two?
high.
You think it's high?
Like I think that it's like there was one game. Oh man, what was it? Oh yeah, I think it was literally when the Broncos got smoked by the Seahawks that one year, like 43-8.
Well, yeah,
I think Peyton
yes.
Manning threw
Yeah,
about two and a quarter. So maybe it is two. Um,
probably did. You probably did.
so
Probably did. Yeah.
but yeah, I
Um,
mean like
you know.
it was just this defense, my God. And the offense did what they needed to do. K9 stepped up.
Yep.
Sam Darnold did what he needed to do to win.
Right.
Um, and one thing, I guess the Seahawks won, and I'm not moving on yet,
Mm,
but the
no, for sure.
Seahawks won, but they lost in terms of losing their offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, right after the game, literally, where he
Yeah.
said in the
Well, yeah. And
yeah,
it was
we knew
announced
anyways,
before,
but
right? But
like,
like, yeah, he literally on the field was like, "Yeah, I'm going."
I'm going to the
Yeah, for
Raiders.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new head
So
coach
that
of the
was
Raiders.
no, but that it's a talk. That's it is interesting that he did that right on the field. But I think one of the reasons he did that, and this is something that I think was sort of a theme throughout the Seahawks' entire celebrations, like after the game, and like I watched the NFL put out their mic'd up video for the whole Super Bowl. Watched that whole thing. So like during the game and after the game, and like the parade, a few days later, it all kind of felt like the Seahawks were just like, yeah, yeah, we knew. They were just like, yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah, I mean,
like just during the game, after the game, they were like, yep, this is what was supposed to happen. Patriots were not winning that game. Like they
yeah,
had no shot.
yeah,
And that's just what it felt like. And like Kubiak after the game's like, yeah, of course I'm going. Like we won the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago. Like, yeah, I'm going.
yeah, like
You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
that's
Like,
just what it felt like.
and we all knew it anyways. Like
Sure.
I think 99.9% of people were like, yeah, no, he's going to the Raiders. We're just waiting on the Super Bowl
Oh,
at this
right.
point.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
for those Seahawks fans who had
Right.
hope that he would be like, maybe, well, maybe he'll stick it
Run
out.
it back. I know. Well, I mean, it's honestly a little bit of a blessing and a curse that it went that long. Like, because it made it to where they couldn't officially hire him until after the bowl.
Mhm.
But it's such a long gap between the championship game and the bowl that it's like obviously they're gonna interview him a bunch of times in that period.
Yeah,
And it's like I mean, yeah, they were so confident in the bowl that he probably felt comfortable, like, okay, we're gonna win. I'm
right,
gonna go and
right,
just like I don't need to run it back after winning. You know what I mean? Like
right.
if they lost in the championship game to the Rams, maybe he does feel like, oh, we should run it back.
Potentially,
Maybe not, but you know what I mean.
potentially, dude.
Potentially, but no, they won the ball. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm
I'm out of
good.
here,
I'm good.
man.
I got what I needed. I
Yeah,
got my ring. I'm out of here. Don't blame him at all. That's totally fine. It is a bummer, of course, because
sure. He's a great
in the
coordinator.
playoffs, like, holy hell, he just
Yeah,
turned it up. He called unbelievable games.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, like, I I don't even know what else to say about that because it felt like everything was perfect. And I do wonder how different this playoff run would have been if
mm,
Charbonnet was healthy. You know what I mean?
that's
I
interesting.
wonder how different the play calling would have looked, how different really anything, everything would have looked. I
Yeah,
do wonder if it would have looked different. Um, but you know,
you still won, brother.
you still
You
won,
got that
and
ball, you got that chip, got that shirt on.
yeah, I mean, come on. I
Come
mean,
on.
you're not kidding. I just wonder, for Kubiak's future in Vegas and stuff, like, does he see how this playoff run went and he just goes, all right, Ashton Genty, 30 carries a game.
Yeah.
That's what you get. Everybody else, clear out. Ashton Genty, 30 carries.
I mean, and to be fair, if you go to be the Raiders' new head
Right.
coach, I mean, we all know, and we're gonna do a quarterback special coming up here soon.
Yes.
You all will see a quarterback special here soon as well. Not this episode, but a future one.
Right, right, right,
Um, but we all know they're gonna take Fernando Mendoza like that. We
right.
know that's gonna happen. Um,
Yep.
and that yes, like Clint Kubiak is the perfect head coach to get Fernando Mendoza started.
I think you're right.
Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, dude, other than Brock Bowers, I mean, who's he got to throw to? Like Trey
But that's what I'm
Johnson?
saying.
Like,
It's Brock
and so,
Bowers and yeah.
I mean, and then he's got Ashton Genty back there. So yeah, probably
Right.
we laugh and we're like 30 carries a game.
No,
That's
but
what's gonna
like that might
happen.
be their game
Like
plan. Yeah, it probably should be the game plan.
that's probably gonna
Um,
happen. So like
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So I hope he does learn something from this Super Bowl run here
Yeah,
and how awesome it was. But no, I mean, listen, I guess I do want to shout out more specifically Witherspoon, like just a couple more specific unbelievable performances. Like,
yeah,
man, I mean, and it also to go hand in hand with that, fucking Mike McDonald, man. Like, just
dude.
the defensive play calling was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
unbelievable.
he's a
This dude,
genius,
because
dude.
I mean, this dude Devon Witherspoon was not blitzing like this during the regular season or the rest of the playoffs. It may be a couple times, but he did it so many times in this game in pivotal moments. It's like, okay, it's a third down and 8. He's coming off the edge. And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah,
He had, according to NFL Pro, 4 pressures, a sack on 6 pass rushes. Um, and like it says all 4 of the pressures were unblocked,
yeah,
which means
dude.
that Mike McDonald was just like scheming this up perfectly.
Yeah,
They had no answers at all, even when he did it 4 freaking times or 6 times.
it's ridiculous, man. He's such a
Yeah,
defensive genius. Like,
he's a defensive genius. Oh, and I'm reading that. Of course, it was him that was in on the Drake May fumble/pick 6 thing. So he could have had another sack. It should have been 2
man,
probably if they ruled that a sack.
right?
But yeah, and then on 47 coverage snaps, he was targeted twice for 16 receiving yards.
Yeah,
Like yeah, that guy is one of the best cornerbacks in the entire league. Um,
he's one of the best
and
trash
then
talkers too. Like he
oh for
talks
sure,
so much
yeah,
shit,
just
dude.
his energy. He's
Yeah,
just a ball of energy that
yeah.
just like energizes the defense, demoralizes the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And I mean, he has to be that way at his size too, because he's a
Oh
slightly
yeah.
undersized player.
Yeah.
But he just plays so fast, so much stronger, so much bigger than he actually is. Um, it's really crazy. And I mean, to shout him out, the his draft mate, Christian Gonzalez. It is an unbelievable game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some throws that maybe if Donald had made a little better, he wouldn't have been able to make a play on. But he took what was in front of him. He made some plays. He had that diving pass breakup on the
Yeah.
Shaheed
That
deep
was
ball that
pretty
was
nuts.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he played a great game. He's also one of the best corners in the league. That's absolutely the case.
For sure.
Um, yeah, so shout out to him as well on the
Yeah,
losing
man.
side in this one. But it says I got a stat here that he recorded as many passes defensed as completions allowed he had in the game. So that's a lot. Normally people aren't defending that many passes, but he
Wow.
was breaking those things up. He was getting in front of them. Um,
That's a
but
crazy stat. I'm not gonna lie.
no, it is.
That's a
Yeah,
nut
it
stat.
really is. He yeah, only 3 completions allowed and 3 passes defensed. Like yeah,
Man.
that's good stuff. And I want to see if PFF confirms this. But okay, interesting. I don't think they do. Because Christian Gonzalez, according to NFL Pro,
Hmm.
it says Gonzalez faced 8 targets, which felt high. I was like, they targeted him 8 times. PFF has it at 5, which feels maybe a little more accurate.
Realistic.
But they still have it with 16 yards given up for him, which is none.
It's
So
amazing. Yeah, it's
yeah,
incredible.
shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
But I will also shout out the Patriots defensive lineman. I don't know, did you see I don't know if you saw this clip from the mic'd up that they posted, but like Milton Williams, I can't remember which one it was, but one of them went up to the other one. Milton Williams and Christian Barmore, they're really solid defensive tackles that are
Yes. Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Milton Williams had a sack in this game.
Oh,
Great
I know
player.
exactly what clip you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he like goes up to the other one and he's like, "Man, this wasn't us. Like this wasn't us." He seems really distraught as he's saying it. I mean,
Yes.
they're losing the Super Bowl, but he's just like, "This wasn't us." Like, and he's kind of right. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't them.
Yeah.
Like that is
It was Christian Barmore going up to Milton Williams.
okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That kind of
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He is distraught. And like Milton Williams is agreeing with him. He's like, "You're right. It's not. It wasn't. It wasn't." And
Right.
he's like,
No.
"This wasn't us. This wasn't on us. This wasn't on." Like, and it's
No.
just
No.
like,
It was. I also thought he was saying something like that wasn't us out there, as if kind of like
mm,
they were underperforming a little bit, which also might have been true because they, for the most part, were losing the battle on the interior to
right.
Gray Zabel and freaking Anthony Bradford and
Yeah. For sure,
um,
dude.
Jalen Sundell, which is a bad battle to be losing if you're as good of a defensive tackle as Milton Williams and
Yes.
Jabbar Moore are. But yeah, no, I just thought that clip was a little crazy. And I think it kind of something that I we can talk a little bit about. I want to talk about sort of, and this will lead us into our coaching conversation we're gonna have in a second here, but just the future for both of these teams.
Yeah.
Um, the Patriots, firstly, they lose the bowl. It's always really tough. They, a lot of the discussion coming in this game was about their schedule and
Right.
how easy it was, which is a fact. Just
Sure.
it's a fact. They
Exactly.
played an easy schedule, and a lot of the analysis I think after this game has been like, yeah, they kind of were just maybe a little fraudulent and shouldn't
Sure.
have been in the bowl, and Seattle just showed that, and I kind of agree.
Right.
And now that they next season are going to have a
A
division
Super
winner
Bowl. Yeah.
schedule,
Yeah.
yeah, right, division winner Super Bowl team schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know how the immediate future for this team is going to go. I
I mean,
mean, we yeah. What do you think?
I think it'll be. It maybe not. It might not be 14-3. It might jump to like 12 and
Right.
5. Like I think
Okay.
because like
You think this team is going to win 12 games next season?
I
Would you
think this.
predict
I
that?
think. I think this team could win 12 games. Like I think like
So their
if
line, I
they.
know that their line is 10 and a half. 10 and a
Okay.
half games for next season, I think, on the betting lines right now. Um,
I
so
mean,
you would take the over.
there's no reason to me why they can't be as good as the Bills were this year. You know what I mean?
Mm,
There's no if the Bills could go 12 and 5 this year, why can't
okay.
the Patriots go 12 and 5
Okay.
next year? And that's kind of
Yeah.
my thought about it. Of like, you're right. They did play kind of not kind of a, they did play
Oh,
a
yeah.
soft schedule
Historically easy schedule
historically.
for, yes,
They
for
still
sure.
made it to the bowl. Like they
Right.
still beat the
Right.
Texans. They still beat the
Yeah.
Broncos. Like
And
they,
it is kind of funny because when people talk about like their playoff run, they're
yeah,
like, they beat the Chargers with no offensive line and they beat the Broncos with no Bo Nix, which is totally like, yeah, those became
sure,
really easy games. Those were
for
easy.
sure.
And then for the Texans, they're like, and they beat CJ Stroud because he was really bad. It's
It's
like,
like, yeah, he was really
listen, I
bad
don't know if
because of the
that one is
defense.
as, yeah,
Like,
right, right.
so it's like, and
I'm
the
like, that one's
Chargers,
not as
like the Chargers had a phenomenal defense. Like
no,
they had a
yeah,
great
yeah.
defense this year. All three teams, all four teams they played in this postseason
Had
run
great defenses.
had top
Yes.
10, top
That is
7
absolutely true.
defenses.
That is
So
true,
like
and that is pretty
so
crazy.
like they still made it to the
Yeah,
damn bowl.
they
So I
did.
mean like
They did.
so that's kind of my thing. Where it's like sure, they did have a soft schedule. They beat those three defenses and then they just exactly what we talked about. We were doing our playoff prediction and I was just like, dude, I don't see how anyone beats this Seahawks team.
Right.
Like I don't think
Yeah.
if any team from the AFC
No,
makes it to the
yeah, no,
Super
no, no.
Bowl, they're not
No.
beating the Seahawks,
No,
dude.
and that NFC Championship game was truly the Super Bowl. And even
That
the
was the
Seahawks
Super
players are
Bowl.
saying that
Yes.
now. Yeah, even the Seahawks
Yes.
players are literally saying that. They're like, yeah, that was the hard part. And I
Exactly.
mean, it, yeah, 100%, no AFC team was beaten. I don't think the Seahawks or the Rams
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
Because I don't
Yeah.
think that I mean like a lot of teams are going to be a question mark. They're going to play a lot more AFC teams than NFC teams. And the
Right.
Bills are going to Joe Brady. They still don't have a good wide receiver core.
Mm,
The
right.
Ravens have a new head coach coming in, Jesse Minter, who's a great defensive mind. They still got to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
The
And they didn't
Chiefs
look
aren't
great
going to
last
have Patrick
season. Right.
Mahomes for most of the
Yep. Forget
year, if
about
not
it.
all of
Forget
it.
about it. Completely forget about it.
Like, and so
Like,
the Broncos,
completely forget
Bo
about it.
Nix, who knows how long
Who
he's going to be
knows?
out.
Their
Um,
coach and their quarterback hate each other, so that's
it's
never good.
right. So that's not
That's
good.
never good.
So I
Never
mean,
good.
like you sit and think about, I mean, the Texans now CJ Stroud supposedly is in
Is
trade
bad. Yeah,
rumors.
apparently he's terrible.
And like,
Apparently
and so
he's
you
the
you think
worst.
about all these top. I mean, the only team that like I think could have a vast improvement from last year is the Chargers.
Yes, a million
Like,
percent. With their new offensive coordinator,
yes,
unbelievable.
right.
And I also think that the Jaguars could get a little better. And if they do that, they were really hot at
That's a
the end
little
of this
scary.
season.
So
You
like,
know what I
but
mean?
other,
Yeah,
but
like
other than
those are going to be
that,
the competitive teams next season. The
exactly.
Jaguars and the freaking
Because the
Chargers
Dolphins aren't
and
going to be competitive next year.
oh,
Like
dude, they're gonna be one of the
so
worst
many of
teams in the
these,
league. They're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league.
AFC teams,
Right.
like if they were in the NFC, no, dude, for sure not.
No.
But the AFC,
Oh no, no.
there's no reason why I don't think they couldn't be as good as
That's a
the
good point.
Bills were this year. You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point.
Because
Yeah.
like Drake May's only going to get better. Um,
Right. Well, we hope so.
we
I mean,
hope.
listen, actually, that could be not true. I'm gonna be honest. That could be not true.
Okay.
Just, I mean, listen. Do you think that he's ever gonna have a better season than missing the MVP by one vote? Do you
Well,
like?
I think that he could maybe win the MVP. That's a better season, right?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
like,
guess, but I mean, now that we're thinking about like, listen, man, I'm starting to have a little bit of questions just based on, yeah, they played a super easy schedule all season, and then yes, you're right, they did beat three. I mean, they beat three really tough defenses in those playoffs. But Drake May sucked. He looked bad for like
you're
90% of the time.
You're right. You're
Um,
right. But he was also they broke history for how many times that man got hit in the backfield.
yes,
That
that is
man was getting
true. I mean,
violated back there. So I
that
think
is true, but like
it's
it
kind
is,
of
yeah,
like
no, you're
I
right.
think
You're
it's
right.
like a
Yeah,
give
that's
and
true.
take where it's like
Yeah.
there's no reason why the Patriots couldn't be as good. No, not as good. There's no
Right.
reason why the Patriots couldn't be a 12-win team next year. That
Okay.
being said, they got a lot of shit to figure out still.
No,
Like
they do. They definitely do.
and I think,
Um,
and jumping over real quick, and just like a real quick thing with the Seahawks, I don't
yeah.
see why there's a reason why they couldn't be as good as they were this year because their defense is
Right.
insane. I mean, we'll see how their
Yep.
new offensive coordinator does when he comes in,
Yep.
which we'll talk about that coming up. But with
Hmm.
the Seahawks, I don't think there's any reason why they couldn't have a really good chance of running it back.
Yeah, and there's a lot of free agency questions. Well, there's a couple free agency questions because the Seahawks have a lot of cap space. They got a lot of it.
Yes.
So it's the kind of thing where they can re-sign a lot of guys,
Yeah.
but there are some guys that we're worried about. I mean, Super Bowl MVP Ken
Ken
Walker is
Walker.
a free
Yeah.
agent, and he's probably going to get a lot of money, and we're going to have to see if
Yeah.
the Seahawks want to pay that. I mean, like literally at the parade or at the celebration, John Schneider's joking with him, like, "Oh, he just tried to negotiate with me 10 minutes ago. It was weird as hell." Like they're joking about that, which is good. I think that's a good
Right.
sign that
Right.
they're joking about that.
Because they're
But like
acknowledging it at
that's
least. Yeah.
right, exactly. That's a question.
Right.
Um, Tariq Woolen on the defensive side, big question to
Yeah.
me because Man, he's a good player. He's a
Yeah,
damn good player. Does he have his moments where he lapses mentally and messes up? Yes, absolutely.
yeah,
It happens sometimes in big moments, and
yeah,
it's really unfortunate. But play to play, that guy is unbelievable. He's
yeah,
really, really good.
yeah,
So it's like, would absolutely love to have him back. And I'll tell you, man, the contract predictions that I'm seeing for him are low,
yeah.
like really low. And I'm like, if that's accurate, Seahawks better do that. They
Right.
better re-sign him for that if that is accurate.
Right.
Now, I know that is the Seahawks' usual strategy is letting their players kind of just like, hey, go see what you can get on the open market, and then if we want to match that, we'll match
We'll
that.
match it.
And so that's backfired on them before. An
Hmm.
example I can remember is Jordan Brooks, the linebacker, who
Yeah.
awesome linebacker, went to the Dolphins simply because he got the offer from the Dolphins. I think the Seahawks were willing to match it, but they were like, there was like a couple week long gap where
Mm,
something was going on where they couldn't match it yet. And he was just like, I'm just going to go take the money. And he left. And so it's like, Woolen could absolutely do that on a
sure.
1 year, $8 million deal, which is apparently what they're saying he's going to get. And it's like, man, come on, just
That's
sign him for that right
ridiculous.
now. Just sign him for that
Give
right
him two
now.
years,
Like,
16.
sure, you know what I
Double
mean?
it
Like just
up.
extend it a little bit. Because yeah, man, I would absolutely love if he came back. And what I'll tell you is I see a lot of 90% of the mock drafts that I've seen so far for this
Hmm.
upcoming draft, Seahawks are picking at 32, especially in a
Sure.
draft like this where it shallows out pretty quick. Um, they're taking a corner in 90% of the mock drafts that I've seen. So I
Mhm.
assume that's just because people are thinking that Woolen's going to leave and they're just
Sure.
going to replace him in the draft, which, like, to me, that's dangerous. I
It
mean,
is.
I think that's super dangerous. I don't think that there's going to be a corner that can immediately step in and be as good as Woolen has been.
Right.
Um, but I do think that the general consensus on Woolen is down. It's low because all they see is the first 49ers game of the season when he just blows a play and gives up a
Right.
touchdown. It's like, oh, he taunts the sideline and then gives
Yeah.
up a touchdown the next play. Like, yeah, those are bad. That's
Yeah.
not good. And that shouldn't be happening. But like, what about the other 90% of the game where they don't even target him because he's so damn fast and long and freaky that nobody can get open on him? Like,
Yeah.
that's just, he's unbelievable. I don't know.
And
So that's a big one. That's a big one, for
and with
sure.
some of those free agency things, you're right. Those are very genuine. Those are genuine fears that you
Yeah,
have if you're a Seahawks fan. And
right.
like that, but from an outsider's, like I know how the Cardinals run their shit. Like
Hmm.
you know how the Seahawks run their shit.
Right, right.
Like I'm not as well versed, but I do know this. Where with Tariq Woolen, that one's a little more scary because with
Hmm.
how good the Seahawks defense is and the front seven is, their
Hmm.
mindset might be we can just go draft a guy and plug him in and
Right.
have
Maybe.
Witherspoon and
Maybe.
Job in there to teach them the ropes and
Well,
just
shit, Job is actually a free agent too, I think,
oh shit, okay,
to be real. But I
well
actually think
then
he's a free
there's a
agent too.
but with the Ken Walker thing,
Uh,
I think their answer was made for them when Charbonnet tore his ACL. I think
mm,
now it's like,
mm.
okay, we gotta bring if we already didn't want to bring him back, we gotta bring K9 back now because like
That's a
who
good
else
point.
do we
That's a
have?
good point.
They probably would have turned to Charbonnet if they didn't sign him back and be like, oh, it's okay,
Right.
we got Charbonnet back here. We can just get another guy in here maybe and duel it out. Now they can't
Yeah.
do that. So like,
Yeah, that's a definitely a great point. Especially, I mean, this draft is very thin at running back.
yes,
So it's like this is not the year to let your guy who's really good go and
yeah.
then be like, yeah, we're just gonna replace him in the draft. Not the year.
Because I mean, the
Um,
only other guy that you can go for, I mean, Jeremiah Love in the draft, but he's not making it to 32 at
oh
all.
no,
But
absolutely
also,
not.
the only other
No.
guy that you could go for is Brees Hall. And what are the chances
No, no.
that you
And
beat
it's like
out,
he's
you know?
gonna yeah, no, no, no. And I honestly think that like um the general consensus I think is that Brees Hall is gonna maybe make more money, like get more money than Ken
Yes.
Walker would get. And
Yeah.
it just based on how he, his passing game usage and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, man, no, we don't want to sign anybody else. And like, we don't want to sign Rico Dowdle from the Panthers. Like, no, we don't want to do
No,
that.
man.
Don't want to do that.
No,
Just, yeah.
no shade to Rico Dowdle, but
Well, no, I mean, no shade to
K9
Rico
is Super Bowl
Dowdle.
MVP,
Yeah.
man.
So like I'm looking at the Athletics free agency rankings and they've got contract predictions in here. They predict that Brees Hall is going to get 4 years, 54 million. They predict Ken Walker is going to get 4 years, 52 million. So right
Okay.
there,
Right.
right there. But yeah, man, they've got Travis Etienne predicted at 3 years, 37.5 million.
Okay.
Um, is that is that something? I don't know.
I
Is that
mean,
something? Is
I
that
guess.
something? I
Like I
don't think
forget
that's,
that
I don't
Travis
know.
Etienne's a free agent this year.
Yeah, right, right.
Dude,
Yeah, I mean,
I saw a post the other day that
yeah.
said they're expecting CJ Stroud to get a 4 year, $249 million contract extension.
Mm, mm, right,
And it's like, okay.
right.
Oh, wait,
That's
hold
a
on a
lot.
second.
That's a lot.
Wait a minute. But
But I
jumping,
mean I'm yeah, I'm not surprised. But like the other thing I'll say on these like there's actually a lot of like Rashid Shaheed. We only got him. We didn't re-sign
right,
him yet. You know what I mean? Like would love to do that. Obviously we won a ring and that's what it's all about. But it's like
right,
yeah, if you trade like some pretty good picks for him and then you only have him for half a season, like, yeah, you did win a ring that season, but you should probably get a little more
right.
for those picks, I'd think. And then the other one in the secondary, Josh Jobe definitely is a free agent. The other one in the secondary is Kobe Bryant, the safety.
Oh, man, so
Who
just like all your DBs,
well, that's
basically.
what I'm saying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like Witherspoon is the only one who's not really
And
up
Eman
for it.
Mori,
Now,
because he's on a rookie
any man
contract.
worry because he's a rookie. You know what I mean? But no, because I mean, Kobe Bryant is one where wouldn't be surprised at all if they let him walk because his backup damn it, why am I forgetting his name? What the hell is his name? He's white.
He
He
was the one that made that crazy play. Am I
what the
remembering
hell
that
is his
right?
name? What the hell? Why am I forgetting the other safety's name? This is bad. This is so bad. I can't remember his name. No, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Everybody hold on. Everybody think for a
Okay.
second. This is great podcast
All
over here.
right.
It's coming to me. I can't
Everyone
remember.
watching right now, put your fingers to
Yeah.
your temple.
Put
If
your
you're
fingers
listening,
to
put
your
your fingers to
temple.
your
It's
temple.
gonna get in
Send
there.
that answer to Connor right
Okay,
now.
it's gonna come to me as I'm talking. I'm
Right.
not gonna look it up. But the point
Okay.
is, the backup
Respectable.
played pretty well when Kobe Bryant was out for parts of this season, and we still have Julian Love back there. You know what I mean? Still have Julian Love.
For sure.
So there's options going on there. Boye Mafe is a free agent on the edge. To me, I think
Mm,
that is one that I actually do think they might just let him go.
mm.
He's a solid player. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, solid player. I do think there were some moments where it was like he just kind of got passed up by Derek Hall to be a starter. Because I think at the beginning of the season, it was Mafe starting on one side, DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side, and then Derek Hall was kind of backing that up. And it was like it's the roles flipped, I think, at some point in the season where they
Yes.
realized, hey, Derek Hall is a better pass rusher. Mafe's a little more versatile. I think he can
Hmm.
move a little more. He can come off the ball like Mike McDonald loves to do with his defensive linemen.
Right.
Um, so that, but that is one that I wouldn't be surprised if they just let him go and they're like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
just gonna replace him with somebody cheaper
Exactly.
or
That's one of those
in
where
the
you're
draft.
like, do you think that you can find? Do you think it'll be easier to find a Mafe or a Hall in this free agency?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So like,
Yeah. And because just looking at the other edge rushers that are available, there are some guys that I mean, they got Mafe projected for 73 million, 4 years, 73 million on his contract, which is that's good money. That's really good
that's
money.
great money.
You know what I mean? That's some damn good money.
Damn.
So yeah. So that's one where again, wouldn't be surprised if they let him go. I don't love, to be honest, these just scrolling through the edge free agents. I don't love a lot of these options. And So I do think it'd be one where they'd probably just either bite the bullet on it and be like, just lose a depth piece, or they'll draft some people. Um, but But yeah, man, that's the biggest concern I think is with the just the run it back is firstly, obviously the offensive coordinator's changed,
Sure.
and then there's probably going to be some defensive personnel changes.
Right.
Hopefully nothing too crazy, nothing too serious, but yeah, we'll see who ends up leaving, who ends up getting re-signed. Woolen has been talking like he's gone. It is kind of upsetting because he's been posting and talking like he's gone. But then somebody asked him specifically, and he was like, "Oh, it's a negotiation. My agent's doing it. Like whatever."
Right.
So there's still a chance,
Right.
especially if he goes out and gets a low number. I don't see
Yeah.
why he'd want to leave. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so we'll see. But that's where
Yeah.
we're at with that. I think
Yeah. I
the
mean,
Seahawks don't franchise tag people, so we can't really do that.
it's
Or at
true.
least they don't want to.
I mean, like, yeah, I think that's a great way to look at. I see no reason why both of these
Ty
teams.
Okada. It just came to me. Ty Okada is the other safety. Damn it.
There
It
it
just came to
is.
me. Swear to
There
God,
it
I didn't
is.
Google it. Ty Okada. There it
Um,
is.
for those
He's
of you
pretty good.
listening, I was watching the whole time. I promise he wasn't looking at a
I
screen
didn't.
or
I
anything.
didn't. I
Um,
was that. Yep. That
I
just
don't
came.
see I don't see to kind of close this out for me. I don't see why either of these teams can't win 12 games next year again. Like
Yeah. Right.
that's kind of my read on it.
Yeah. I personally would say that I would I would like the Patriots to get back to 10. If they get to 10 next season,
Okay.
I will be happy with them
Okay.
with their follow up to this historically easy season.
Fair.
Um,
Very fair.
that's what I think. And then, yeah, man, I think this Seahawks team, like, depending on like we said, what happens in this free agency, there's a reason. I think they're the favorites right now. The pre
Yeah, they're gonna to repeat
immediately
it.
after the
Yeah.
last Super Bowl favorites. Yeah, I think they're the odds on
Yeah.
favorites. So,
Makes sense, dude.
man,
But um talk about running it back.
yeah.
Talk about running it back. One that I'm not gonna spend too much time on is that the Cardinals
Oh yeah, let's get into the Cardinals.
are running it back with their
Yeah.
defensive coordinator, Nick Rallis,
Yeah, tell me how you feel.
after interviewing a number of candidates that were worthy.
Hmm.
The defensive back coach for the Rams, the defensive back coach for the Texans, the defensive back coach for the Seahawks. Um,
Sure.
they interviewed a lot of people. Supposedly they threw Gus Bradley a shit ton of money, more than the Titans did, and Gus Bradley was
Mm.
just like, I'm gonna go do with Robert Saleh. In
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Um, and so after all of that, Mike LaFleur said, I think I want Nick Rallis.
Mm.
I think maybe one of those guys, like maybe the Texans defensive back coach, turned them down. But other than that, the Seahawks defensive back coach, the Rams defensive back coach, like they were fully in it. And Mike LaFleur, our new head coach, just said, I think I want Nick Rallis. I think I want to keep him. He's young,
Okay.
which he is. He's young. He's like 35, 36 maybe.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
been a defensive coordinator now in the NFL for 3 years. So he first became a defensive coordinator. I think he's like 30. Yeah, I think he first got the job when he was 31. Um,
Okay.
because Jonathan Gannon brought him over from Philly. He was a linebacker coach.
Yep.
Um, and I guess that in his first and his second year, he was. I mean, there was a stretch there where Nick Rallis, there was a 4 game stretch where he didn't allow a touchdown.
Mm.
So I mean, he's showed some good stuff. Last year was just terrible. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Last year was just
Sure.
abysmal. And so I guess they're kind of hoping last year was a fluke
Right.
and he'll get back to it. Um,
And I suppose they're also hoping that because Gannon was a defensive coach,
right,
that they're like, hey, Rouse wasn't able to do what he wanted to do. Like,
right. Just go ahead and
obviously,
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And like I also think, but interestingly enough, our cornerback
Mm.
Max Melton,
Oh,
who kind of
yes.
fell out of favor, to end the year, which I don't know why, because I think he's a great corner.
Mm.
I think he's a good corner. Um, he posted something. It's that video, of that dad who comes in and they do that fake TV prank that is broken. And
Oh,
as
sure.
soon as they announced he was coming back, Max Melton on his story posted that video where the guy's like, "What the fuck? God damn! God
Hmm.
damn!" So it's like, okay, well that's not a good sign, right? Like that's not a good sign
Hmm.
if one of your starting
Interesting.
corners posts a video of not being super happy.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah,
Now he
that's
didn't
odd, I
directly
guess.
say anything about it, but it's the same day as the announcement, so you can put two and two together. But one more thing about this, then I can move on from it. Um, is that there's also speculation because Jonathan Gannon went to be the new defensive coordinator in Green Bay,
Hmm.
and Matt LaFleur was at the Cardinals facility watching Mike get, introduced. Um, and a lot of people speculate that Jonathan Gannon and like talked to Matt LaFleur and was like, "Hey, it might not have worked for me, but Nick's young, he's really smart.
Hmm.
He's really good."
Okay.
And that Matt
Yeah.
was like, "Hey Mike, this is what Jonathan Gannon's telling me that he thinks that you should just roll with him because
Hmm.
he's gonna get back to his ways and he's more secure than these other guys." And that Mike was just like, "Okay, well then fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's roll
Yeah.
back with him."
For sure.
But it's an awkward thing of having Nick Rallis under contract and interviewing for his replacement two doors down.
Yeah, that is crazy, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
So we'll see. That's a we'll see thing. It's like, sure, who knows? But that's kind of my thing on the Cardinals defensive coordinator. Um, eh,
Yeah.
and then
I mean, yeah, the personnel, like, they'll probably draft some more this draft, you'd think,
hopefully,
fingers crossed. But
yeah.
yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
I don't know.
it's an important job. It's an important job after hiring an
Yes,
offensive head coach. It's an important job.
and you're in the
So,
NFC West.
yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
you're in the NFC
It's true.
West, which is just a gauntlet, and
Yeah.
that's why Robert Saleh.
Yeah, he got up on out of there. He
Yeah.
got up on out of there. He did.
Um. So yeah, I mean, and then of course we kind of mentioned it earlier, but the Seahawks bringing in their new offensive
Yes.
coordinator to replace
New
Kubiak.
offensive coordinator. It is from the 49ers.
Hmm.
So they are just continuing with that Kyle Shanahan, Kubiak tree. It's Brian Fleury.
Yeah.
Um, this was a bit of a surprise actually because the reports coming out were just that the Seahawks were interviewing like five in-house candidates. They had just a bunch of
Wow.
guys that had been there for a long time or hadn't been there for a long time, but were recently with like McVay or just a lot of good in-house candidates. And then this announcement comes out just basically out of nowhere. Oh, they're hiring 49ers tight ends coach and running back coordinator Brian Fleury. And so, I mean, what that means to me is he showed something in the interview to Mike McDonald and John Schneider that was just they didn't see anywhere else.
Yeah.
He obviously had to surprise them because all the early reporting was just, oh yeah, they're gonna promote somebody from in-house, like no question about it.
You
And
made a
then
you made a tweet about
yeah,
that. About how
yeah, right.
you were like he must have you were like, wow,
He
this
must.
is
He must. Yes.
shocking. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
which again, listen, I'm fully on board with trusting Mike Mack and John Schneider at this point.
right.
Obviously, just won the bowl. You guys do whatever you want. Your judgment is obviously amazing.
Right.
So, and I mean, his Flurry's opening press conference, I really liked the energy coming from it. I mean, the guy literally explicitly said, he was like, yeah, I'm just going to try and do exactly what Kubiak was doing. I'm just going to do the same thing. Um,
Period.
yeah, he
Come
just
on,
said, I'm going to do the exact
run it
same thing.
back.
I'm just going to think, what would Kubiak do and do that? And so, listen, all right, just won the bowl that way. So we'll take it.
Hey, not complaining.
But no, I mean, listen, if you, here's the thing. He coached tight ends. Obviously, they got George Kittle over there. So he did some great work with Kittle, obviously.
They did a great job with
That's
Tongas.
good. Right. And yeah, great point. Whenever Kittle was out, their backup tight ends were
Tight ends were
just the
going
same thing.
nuts.
Yeah. So stock up on AJ Barner, I
Uh-huh.
suppose. Stock up on AJ
Arroyo.
Barner and Arroyo for sure. But I will say the 49ers run game last year was not very good. Like McCaffrey was not he just did not have a lot of success on the ground. Most of his success was coming through the air. And so yeah, he was the run game coordinator. I don't know. Maybe their offensive line was just really bad or something. But you know what it is. You know.
Yeah,
Trent Williams is old these days. What are you gonna do?
it is. He's old and
He's
he's
old.
grumpy.
But something that gives me a little bit confidence in that is the Seahawks did also hire for the title of running back and senior offensive assistant from Northern Illinois, their head coach, Thomas
I saw
Hammock.
that. That was a
Yeah.
great hire.
So yeah, I agree. I really like bringing that guy in. If you don't know, he was the head coach of Northern Illinois when they beat Notre Dame
Yeah.
that one time. That was really crazy. But yeah, bringing in a head coach into this role like that, they must really be valuing his opinion. I think the reporting was that he's like now the highest paid like running backs coach or whatever they called him in the NFL. So
Well,
they're obviously giving him a lot of money
he
and they
was
obviously care about his input.
he was highly sought after.
Sure,
Like
sure.
he was
Yeah.
being he got interviewed by at least like 25 NFL teams in this.
Well, that's a lot of teams. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
I mean
teams.
like he was being highly sought after.
Yeah.
And the
So
Seahawks got him.
love that hire.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely love that. So that should be really good help for Flurry.
Yeah.
Because Flurry, he's going to be calling the offensive plays, is what
Mm-hmm.
they said, and this will be his first time doing that.
Mm.
Which they asked Mike McDonald about that, and he was like, his response was, "Everybody's got to be a first time play caller at some point."
It's true.
So
It's a good point.
yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? It's absolutely true. Um, so we'll see how that goes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Flurry, I think, had a quote where he was like, "I'm gonna back a bad play call once or twice. Just please don't push the panic button." That's what he said. He said, "I'm gonna back a bad play call. Don't push the panic button." I'm like, all right, that's fine. We know it's all good.
Dude, that's
Not gonna freak out.
it's
But
so crazy that
yeah,
that's what he was saying in the press conference because the
yeah.
Cardinals' new offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. The
Oh
main
man,
thing he was
how'd
talking
that go?
about in his press conference is he was like, "Man, I can't believe where we are right now."
What
He's like, "I
the?
woke up and I hear birds outside. I can wear a short sleeve t-shirt." He was like, "I'm in heaven right now."
What the
He
hell
was
are you talking about?
infatuated with living in
With
Phoenix.
Arizona. Yeah, he
Dude,
just like, I love Arizona.
they're like, "How you liking it so far?" And he was like, "Dude, I feel like he was like, I just can't believe it." He's like, "I hear birds outside. I can roll my windows down." Like,
Dude,
and it was like, "Okay, can you talk
come
about scheme at
on.
all? Can you
Yeah,
talk
I was
about
gonna
how you're
say
gonna
that's
help our
not.
up?
Oh
Can you tell us
no,
who our quarterback's gonna be?" Um,
I don't know if that's a good sign. I don't know if that's good.
well, here's the thing. He's a personnel guy. He's a personnel guy because Mike LaFleur is going to be calling the offensive plays.
Good point.
So
Good point. Good point. He's
he's
fine. He
just,
can
I
go
mean, to
enjoy
be
the weather.
fair,
He can do whatever he wants.
supposedly he's the personnel morale guy, and he's
Okay.
also gonna be working with the quarterbacks a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Along with
That's
Matt
fine.
Schaub, by the way,
Oh no
who's
way!
their new
Nice.
quarterback coach,
Okay.
which is
Cool.
fucking
Nice
it's
job.
super cool to me.
Love that. Yeah.
But but yeah, no, it'll be really interesting to see what this new Seahawks offense looks like.
Yes.
Um,
Well, it might not be new. Based on how it
you're
sounds,
right.
they're trying to make it the same. You know what I mean? It might not be new at all. It might just
Let
be
me
the
just
same
put it this
thing.
way: it'll be interesting to see what it looks like next year.
Yes, it will. Yes, you are not wrong at all. Hopefully, they have a good running back there, and it's not one-legged Zach Charbonnet and George Halani.
Right?
Let's hope it's somebody like Kenneth Walker III. Um,
Hey, dude, but
yeah.
like, yeah. I mean,
Because we literally saw it, man. If they didn't have a good running back or a good run game, they wouldn't have won this bowl.
yeah,
Like the run game is so important to this offense. Come on, man.
they wouldn't have
Let's
won the
get
game against the Rams.
No, no, they would have won
They
a
wouldn't have
lot
made
of
it.
games this
Yeah.
season,
So
this NFL season. So,
super important.
yeah, man,
And I know that we've covered a lot of information in this episode.
it's the bowl, man. It's the
This is the
bowl.
bowl. We've got some
It's the
moves.
aftermath of the bowl and the
Yeah,
bowl.
dude. So we had to cover all of it, especially because it's your Seattle Seahawks winning that bowl.
Man, they won the bowl. I can't believe it.
Um,
Ah, I can't believe it.
but I
Man.
think that might be that might be a wrap
Yeah.
on this one.
No, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's
We
it. That's
yeah,
it.
we appreciate you all. If you've made it this far, we appreciate you sticking with us for this long. If you made it this far and you like the video, why not hit that like
Come
button?
on.
Why not drop a
Please
like?
do.
If you haven't subscribed yet and you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe. Join the family. Join the family. The house is big enough for everyone here at Coast to Coast
Hell
Sports.
yeah.
And we're gonna have some exciting episodes coming up, so be looking out for that. Turn those notifications on because we're gonna have
Yup.
some real exciting stuff coming out.
Really
Um,
excited for the draft stuff. Can't wait. We're gonna
Draft
get into the
stuff,
draft. Can't wait.
absolutely. Yeah,
Gonna be great.
that's like Connor's bread and butter
Bro,
right
I'm
there.
excited. I'm super
So
excited.
it's gonna be
Super
really
excited.
cool to see that. It's kind of, hey, I'm gonna be seeing it right there with you, everyone. So I'm
I know,
excited
this
to
is gonna be
see it
great.
too.
No,
Um,
listen, we're all gonna be a part of it. It's gonna be awesome.
and
It's gonna
also,
be
go
the group.
ahead.
Yeah, the group. It's communal. It's a communal effort. Come
Also,
on.
next episode, we are going to reveal the final numbers for this season's
Mmm.
fumbles won and fumbles lost in our
Hell
fumble
yeah.
opinion. Which, by the
Hell
way, we both
yeah.
got this last one right. Um,
We got it
so,
right 2 months ago.
yes,
We,
we've had
you
this
know what
right
I
for a
mean?
long time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. But without further ado, we will see you all next week. Who
In the next one.
knows?
In the future.
In the future.
Peace.
Peace.